Hey guys, Stuart here, how you doing? This week I'm going to cover a subject I get asked a lot about, and that is banjo rolls. And if you've heard great players like Jerry Reed and Chet Atkins, then this is a technique you've heard. The key thing about banjo rolls is that obviously we're emulating a technique from another instrument, so we have to change the way we think about the guitar a little bit. Firstly, it's less labour intensive on the left hand, the fretting hand, because you're commonly holding down a chord shape out of which you then pick the banjo roll pattern. Secondly, you might have to adapt your picking hand approach a little bit. If you're used to playing a PIMA pattern, where you're generally using all four fingers for the strings, you need to take the A finger out of the equation, because for banjo rolls, you're using P, I and M together. You wouldn't generally find yourself using I, M and A for a banjo roll. Now, one of the best ways to get started with this is to play a simple pattern, which is basically a group of 3 and a group of 2. And if you get the left hand in place first off, very straightforward. Third finger on fret 5 of string 4, it's a G, open G string, and then the second string at fret 3. And we'll just pick through those strings with that 3-3-2 pattern. Rhythmically, you're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... That is a really, really common pattern. And the best thing to do with that is just play it over and over again and then just slowly build up the speed. And then the beauty of that is when you've got that pattern in place, you can then move the shapes up and down the fingerboard to get different chords and different effects. That pattern goes down the strings from strings 4 to 3 to 2. It's also important to remember that the opposite can take place. You can go from strings 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, in which case you're thinking more like this. So in that case I'm leading with the middle finger, M-I-P. But notice that we still have that same grouping 3-3-2, and that's one of the keys to that most popular pattern. Another really common approach is to play groups of 4 notes, and we're still using the same finger combination, the P-I-M, but you'll often get a plucked note which then leads to a hammer-on, which is this effect. And all I'm doing there is playing fret 4 of string 4 with a hammer on to fret 5, then the index finger for the open third string, followed by the middle finger for fret 3 of string 2. A really important thing with the banjo roll technique is to not get drawn into playing triplets, because we're dealing with 3 fingers. It's very tempting to play that triplet rhythm and not even think about it. Where you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Ideally, you're looking for those groups of 4. Again, that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so now I'm going to play the example I opened with up to speed, and the banjo roll pattern we're dealing with here is the reverse roll, so it's middle finger, index, thumb all the way through. Okay, let's take a look at that example slowly. Now I know that's a really fast piece I've just played, but don't be put off by the speed, because the great thing about banjo rolls is that it's just a reflex reaction for that thumb, index, middle finger combination on the picking hand. When you've got that in place, you can play things at any speed you want, and you can also play fast lines very easily because the fretting hand doesn't have much to do. It's based on holding down chord shapes and then plucking the notes out with that picking hand. It's a great effect and it's a fantastic technique to have in the arsenal. So get practicing, start slow and then build up the speed bit by bit until you feel comfortable and relaxed with the P-I-M combination. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that lesson. You can find the tab and the backing track for this at my website, StuartRyanMusic.com, and just go to the lessons page there and you'll find more videos. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, Stuart Ryan Music, and YouTube as well, Stuart Ryan Music too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.